Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the New Orleans Saints. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Bridgewater on first down. And Josh Hill has it. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that. Yeah,
it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Play fake. Bridgewater. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, as guys can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Kamara. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at about the 32. Andy Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Good. Lead. 318. We're good. We're good. Over here. Yes. Raise up.
The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Larry! They go 368! Right here, yes. Good. Raise it hard! Raise up!
Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action now. Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Bridgewater now from the 50. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They go play action. Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Dalton gives to Bernard. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
44. 44. Here you go. 2 by 2. There you go. 368.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And now to the air, Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
We're good. We're good.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know when Prater hit from 64? That was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63. That was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Second down, Bridgewater. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And again it's Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played out. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, these two guys, Dalton and Green, they've hooked up on some big plays since coming in as rookies together back in 2011. But sometimes Andy can rely on him just a little bit too heavily. And this is a ball he probably shouldn't have thrown.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Got a man open. It's Ross. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the backup Boykin, his first throw, being chased out left. Escapes the defender, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We're good. We're good. Break it.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now Dalton. Forced out to his left. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, Boykin eluding the pressure right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a... Third down.
You got him! You got him! You got him!
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point.
Yes.
This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Dalton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Over here, yes. Over here, yes.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On the ball! 368!
Second down, Dalton. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the Bengals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Boykin. Going deep downfield for Roll. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
93, 52, 93, 46.
Dalton here from the gun. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, getting ready for something coming left.
So Dalton now. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. A big gain of 31 on third down. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
44. Here you go. Heavy, heavy. Move.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Underneath, this is Bernard. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll roll him out running. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. That is caught inside the 5. So that one will be accepted. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx
Maybe
it?
jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Good.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Hey, get ready for something coming left. Over here, yes. 368!
They'll begin here with Bernard. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Dalton wants to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
368! We're good. Over here. You're good. Heavy.
Big spot, Andy Dalton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So now Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. All right, here's Dalton. Able to get away. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
368! Good.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We're good.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Green with a catch left side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Over here. Yes. Hey. Big L 368. Heavy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Hey. Big L 368.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Regular. 57, you got 59 over there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cincinnati, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.